This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Abam. We're continuing in Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Chav Zayin, Sif Daled. Lo yehei davar chaytzeitz bein Tefillin lebesarai. There should not be any interposition between the Tefillin and your flesh. Lo yishna shel yad, lo yishna shel rosh. It doesn't matter if it's the Tefillin shel yad or the shel rosh. Hagav v'davka b'Tefillin. This is only an issue with the Tefillin itself. Alva b'ritzuos ein lahakbid. There is no hakpada if there's something interrupting between the straps and your arm. In other words, could you wear a watch under your tefillin? Yes. That's the shit of the Rama. The Rama says there's no Indian of Chatzitzah by Ritzuos. Sif Daled. Sif Katan Yud Gimel the Mishna Berura. D'chsiv lo yehei d'chsiv al yadecho v'tefillin sharosh chsiv beinei necha. It has to be on your arm or between your eyes without anything interposing. Davar chaytzitz afil chatzitzah kodahu. Even the slightest bit. Why? Why even davar, let's say, miyot she'enoi makbid? Why would that be a chatzitzah? The Avi Ezri, quote in the Dirshu, says that the din of chatzitzah is learnt out in the Gemara in Erechin that kohanim who are not shaykh in the midst of tefillin, because it says yilbash al besaroi, that there can't be any chatzitzah between their beged and their basar. So from there we learn out, the Rosh says that the tefillin have to be on the basar without any chatzitzah as well. So therefore it's even miyut. And it's even more chamor than mikvah, because mikvah midarais is only either makbid or rubai, and by tefillin it's even miyut she'enoi makbid. Okay, the Mishna Berura continues. V'nachan lizar l'chadchila afilu bekina chaya shalai yemaskin atin lebasar. You have to be careful even by a living louse that it does not interpose between the tefillin and your flesh. V'al kalpanim bechina mesa. Nevertheless, if it's a dead louse, va'afar yesh li zaher. Meaning even a living louse l'chadchila, but if it's dead, you definitely have to be careful. V'alken yesh nagim l'rchatz makam hanachas tefillin. Therefore, some have a custom to wash the place where the tefillin is placed. Kasav v'sefer Ravid hazahav nira demasha ritzua chaytzetzes lefamim bein tefillin lebesarai loy mikri chatzitza. It says in the sefer Ravid hazahav that which the ritzua is chaytzetz between the tefillin and the basar, that's not a chatzitza. The fact that there's a ritzua, that's not a chatzitza. Demin b'mina einoi chaytzetz. This we quoted earlier. The Mishna Berura sense of Katan Yud from Levushe Srad that you should be mevatel the minhag of being koirech the ritzua b'makam hakibayres. So that means l'chadchila it is an issue. So it's interesting, he brings here in the Dirshu, those who wear Tefillin of Rabbeinu Tam together with Tefillin of Rashi, the Mishna Berura says later on, Siman Lamed Aleph Katan Hey, that the Ritzuos of Rabbeinu Tam should be mechusa through the Ritzuos of Rashi, which means that the Ritzuos of Rabbeinu Tam are underneath. So it seems like perhaps that would not be a complete chatzitza. The Mishna Berura continues, Lo yishna shel rosh, kasav b'sefer machzas hashekel. It is bad in my eyes, the custom of those people that grow their frontal hair. Aside from the fact that it is arrogant, there would be a prohibition by wearing tefillin. Because since it's very long, you can't say, well, that's how it grows. That's the normal way that it grows. And it would be chatzitza. Ayin sham. So this is the shita of the machzas hashekel. Uvelav Chatzitzah nami, and even without the issue of Chatzitzah, b'shvil hani sarais hamrubim iyav shalat samsim shiu mu'udakim unachim al kamim kadin. Even besides the issue of Chatzitzah, you cannot ensure that the tefillin are fastened properly. So he brings in the dirshu over here, that to slick the hair back, so now the hair is growing in an unnatural position, so then that would be asur l'kulei alma. Meaning, it seems like the shita of the Machzah Shekel is not unanimously held. The Mishna Berura quotes it, and he says, well, even without that svara, there's an issue, but to move the hair into a sort of an unnatural position, so that's definitely not hainu Rabbi Sayu. Okay. Now, Mishna Berura Sivkatan Tes Zayin Ein Lahakbid. By the Ritzuos Ein Lahakbid. Says the Mishna Berura, V'achroinim kasvu. The Achroinim write, the Ein Lahaka Rak B'makam HaKrichos. The Achroinim write that only be lenient in the wrappings. If you want to be lenient that you could have a Chatzitzah by the Ritzuos, only be lenient in the place of the windings. But the part of the Ritzua which is tying, Yesh lahachmer after Ritzuos, you should be machmer even by the Ritzuos, bein b'shal yad or bein b'shal reish. So this seems to be taking the Ramah at face value that Lamaisa by the Ritzuos there's no issue of Chatzitzah. And this is, they write that this is an open rebuke to those who put tefillin on top of a toupee. Even if just the strap is on the toupee, because the strap of the shel roish is not a matter of ritzua, that's a matter of hiduk. However, it's Mashma Magen Avram and the Chayadim that if somebody has a wound on their head, only where the strap is, and not where the bias is, you could put the straps on bandages, or on a thin hat or cloth. Very interesting. Even though we just said b'makom hakeshira, you have to worry about chatzitza by the ritzuos, but this would only be. It sounds like l'chadchila, but the evid, if somebody has a wound in such a place, you could put it on top of a bandage. If somebody has a wound, even in the place where you encircle the knot, in other words, in the place where you're fastening the ritzu around the arm, you could put the hekav hakesher on a bandage, and again, provided that there's no hefsek in the place of the bias. In other words, if the arm is open, if the arm is available, b'makom the bias, and the only place that there is a chatzitza is by the ritzua, even the place of the ritzua that fastens it to the arm, it is okay. Ach b'zeh yizar, you should be careful lechasis milmala, to cover the tefillin shel yad milmala kadei sheyiskayim lecha la'ois v'loy la'acherim la'ois. In order to mekayim, it should be for you as a sign and not for others as a sign. By the way, this is a very interesting halacha that many are not nizar in, and that is, nobody's supposed to be able to see your tefillin shel yad. Your tefillin shel yad is supposed to be covered by your sleeve or your jacket or something. But nobody's supposed to see it. Only tefillin shel roish people are supposed to see it. Nobody should see your tefillin shel yad. So if you're going to roll up your sleeve and it's going to be all the way up here and people can see your tefillin shel yad, that's not correct. Okay, Rabbi, so we're going to hold it over here. We're going to, Be'ez Hashem, try for tomorrow, and we'll be on schedule, so we'll reconvene Be'ez Hashem the following Wednesday after that, okay? Kol Tov, everyone. Have a good day.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.